What is going on, guys? Today we got my 2006 Honda 350 Rancher down here, and we're gonna do some upgrades on it. This is an ES model. It came out and it's been having problems with the electric shift. I couldn't get the buttons to work, or it wasn't getting power to the shift motor. So I went in and pulled the shift motor off and disabled it. So I took a grinder and cut the tip of the shift motor where the splines stick out. I cut that off so when you shift gears with your foot, you won't be getting everything in a bind. So it's basically like a regular foot shift. And then online for $60 they sell this. This is a converter gear shift for the Honda 350 Rancher, and it basically fits that 12mm size, the end of the shaft that sticks out, that you can put the get home shifter on, and it converts it where you have a foot shift. Now it's like 60 bucks for this. I went in and picked up a new seat. That was about $88 for the seat. And a new air filter and oil filter. I'm going back with the original carburetor. I cleaned it, and it was working. And this vehicle is going to be going on Facebook for sale. So if anybody lives in the Foreman, Arkansas, Ashdown, Texarkana area and wants to buy it, I'm going to post it on there probably this afternoon. So if you're seeing the video, it'll be like tomorrow when you see it, and it'll already be on Facebook on my Dustin Lansdale Facebook page at whatever on Marketplace, all the groups. So whatever. We're gonna put the shifter on it, put some fresh gas in it, and get it running good. And I'm gonna take it up there and power wash it and everything. I got this from an old man who bought two of these brand new. There was this one and one over there. And the one over there didn't have no wheels, and it looked like something got dropped on it. With this one, I got it running, you know, with what I had. And like I said, the only problem it had was the electric shift, which I'm not a fan of electric shift. So this is basically how you convert it back to foot shift. Now this doesn't work on a Honda 420 Rancher. Now if you got a 420 or anything in them years after they changed it, because they quit putting the side shaft on there because people were going welding gear shifts on there and messing the whole motor up. Because if you weld a gear shift on there or you buy one of these, you have to disable the shift motor, because when you shift and the other end of that shaft that's plugged in that shift motor puts everything in a bind, and it's possible, which I had a Foreman over here, that the guy did it and broke the shaft off in the motor because he kept shifting it with that shift motor on there. And it's easy. It's like 2 bolts. You pull it off, you cut the little thing off the tip, put it back on, and then it, you know, it ain't turning none of that stuff. So whatever, I'll get this put on there. Y'all can see how good it works. Like I said, it doesn't look like it was worth 60 bucks, but it's, you know, I probably could have built one, but it probably cost about 60 bucks worth of time getting these bends in here. And that's just a piece of hose on the end. You just got a standard American bolt screwed in there. And I don't know how they cut that 12mm. That's basically a 12mm socket with a bolt inside. So, whatever. Just don't weld on your gear shifter shafts. It's hardened steel. When you weld on it, it makes it brittle and it burns the seal out in the motor. So, and then you can't change the seal because the shifter's welded on there unless you pull the whole rear end out and the back cover off. And, you know, it's bad on everything, and it usually don't hold. But okay, I'll get this put on there. Okay, so right here's the side of my 350 Rancher. Right there you can see the shaft down in that hole. I know there's bad lighting, but basically you put this right in there and it should just slip right on. And I'm pretty sure they cut the hole to fit the gear shifter to be at the, let me get the camera up, where it just slides on there. If I can get it lined up here. Like that right there. You want to make sure it goes all the way on that thing that looks like a bolt sticking out, because whatever, that's kind of high up. So I'm gonna turn it. Maybe they put it at the right trajectory here, because I mean that'll work, but I wish it was further down. You never know what you're gonna run into on this internet stuff. So I wanted it right here, but I figured they would have put the hole where it would have been, you know, perfect foot level, but I guess they didn't. So whatever your shifter's like that, and it shifts now. But it's weird, way up there. But let me get that put on there and I'll come back. Got it put on there, and basically it's just a 7/16 tighten up the bolt. And I thought it looks weird because it's way up high, but it's made for these ES foot pegs. Are taller than a foot shift or something, so your foot just fits under there perfect. Now you do gotta lift it kind of high, but it works fine. I think if it would have been lower when you shift down, you'd actually run into the floorboard, and that's why it's set like it is. So if you got your boots on while you're riding, I think it'll work just fine. But it was so you can get your foot under there easier. Now, you know, I'm used to them being where you tip your foot down, but I'm pretty sure it'll work though. And it shifts real good, so we'll get her washed up and get her posted.